Hi, this is Dr. Elizabeth Saunders Medlock from Life by Design Coaching with your life coaching tip of the week for the week of October 10th, 2011. This week I'm going to talk about finding a relationship, and I focused on this in another video, but I'm going to talk a little bit about something a little bit different from one of Kathy Freston's book. I referenced her second book, or her third book. I'm going to talk about another book she wrote, some things in it, the book Expect a Miracle. But really the focus is about when you really want to go out and find a partner and find a relationship, you really have to first focus on loving yourself, finding yourself, and knowing yourself. One of the first things, she talks about is that a lot of times when we're getting ready to go out and find a partner and start dating, we do all this stuff to ourselves to make ourselves more attractive to the other gender. We may lose weight, buy a new wardrobe, learn about new topics, but really what we need to focus our energy on is getting right with ourselves, really knowing what we want, and looking at the things that are blocking us from finding a good relationship and blocking us from love. And one of the ways she talks about doing that is to spend time meditating. I've talked about meditating many times, as a stress reduction technique, as a technique when you're doing your affirmations. But she talks about it really using it as a way of just sitting still with yourself and really kind of going through what do I want from a partner? What's blocking me from love? How do I open myself up to love? And even doing visualizations of the type of person that you want to come into your life. What are they like? What qualities do they have? What are your expectations of them? And really also using mantras as you're doing your meditation, such as I open myself up to love, I accept where I am right now, and I'm hopeful that I'll find a partner. So you can make up a bunch of different mantras that you could be doing as you're doing your meditation. But the focus is really to find out what's blocking you, to really understand the type of partner you want, and to really be still and sit with yourself and think about what you want. Secondly, another thing is to really focus on loving yourself, being right with yourself, feeling good about yourself, feeling confident. What happens is that when we're right with ourselves, when we feel good about ourselves and feel confident, everybody knows this, I think, is that confidence, you really send out that energy, that confident, strong, self-assured energy, and that attracts other people that are the same way. So you become magnetic and you send out a great positive energy. When you're unsure of yourself, when you don't love yourself, when you focus on your flaws and you don't feel good about yourself, that's the energy you send out. You send out negative energy. And you tend to attract people that either feel the same way about themselves or that people that are not going to treat you in the way that you want to be treated. So what you end up is then you end up being with partners who don't treat you well. You end up with partners where you feel like you have to be another person. You can't truly be yourself. You're putting on an act. You don't feel totally comfortable. You're doing things, you're saying things you don't really want to be doing to just for the sake of staying in a relationship. And that's not really what you want. So remember to really find a good relationship and to find a good partner. The focus should really be on you. Sitting with yourself, knowing what you want, becoming open to love, which I think is critically important. I've talked a lot about it in my blogs. Opening yourself up to love. And then really becoming self-confident, self-assured, and really loving and appreciating yourself so that others can love and appreciate you. I hope you've enjoyed this life coaching tip of the week, and I will see you next week with another tip. Have a great week.